It's become a global epidemic.
If any child has a device and has access to the internet, unfortunately, they have the potential to be abused and exploited.
It was a part of my daily life. He would start giving me compliments that were sexual, asking me for sexual images.
Frida, the name she chooses to use online, was 13 when the abuse started. A stranger more than twice her age added her as a friend on Facebook. The conversation was innocent initially.
The way that he approached me was how anybody would kind of approach you on social media, in terms of just saying, like, you know, hi, and showing an interest in me as a person. It wasn't sexual in any way. It was just really friendly and almost really quite unremarkable.
When did he first introduce a kind of sexual element to the conversation?
It was quite gradual, and he would kind of be complimenting me and just saying things that were flattering about my looks.
For the next 5 years, they had almost daily contact.
For years, he was kind of grooming me, talking very explicitly about sex with me, asking me for sexual images. It was a daily contact, and as a result, I believe he has probably at least 1,000 photos of me.
Frida is not alone. Figures from the Childlike Global Safety Institute released this week estimate that 12.5% of children worldwide, 1 in 8, have been solicited online in the past year. Just over the same number have been exposed to indecent images in that time. That's over 300 million children worldwide in the past year alone, with a case reported to police every second.
There were fewer than 10,000 images in the late 1990s. There are now tens of millions of images circulating the internet.
Simon Bailey oversaw child protection for the National Police Chiefs Council. Now he works for the Child Rescue Coalition, a global organisation which works with police around the world to identify and stop child predators.
And I'm not sure that there is going to be a young girl in this country, 13, 14, 15 years of age, with a smart device that hasn't received an unsolicited naked image of a penis. I don't think anybody within our ecosystem would say that we're winning this fight, that actually there are fewer children being abused, there are fewer images in circulation, there are fewer children being raped, because the statistics simply don't support that.
Meta, owner of WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, recently introduced end-to-end encryption, preventing anyone apart from the sender and receiver from being able to read the content of messages. Police say it's been a gift to abusers online.
We're increasingly seeing more and more groups dedicated to the sexual abuse of children being created in encrypted chat spaces on numerous platforms that provide the confidence around end-to-end encryption.
Police officers begged Meta not to do that. They said they were responding to concerns about privacy and, privacy of people's data. Do they have a point?
I don't buy that argument. How can anybody expect their privacy to be protected if they are abusing a child, if they are watching a child being raped and they're paying to see that child being raped? We need to hold the big tech companies that are facilitating this and in some cases encouraging it responsible.
Just be blunt, why are the tech companies doing that? Why are they feeding it?
Well, this is all around profit. And I've said on numerous occasions, and I firmly believe, that big tech for many, many years has put profit before child protection.
Meta told us child sexual abuse is a horrific crime, and we work aggressively to fight it on and off our platforms. We have spent over a decade developing technology to detect, report and prevent child exploitation and endangerment, and expect to continue providing more reports to law enforcement than our peers as we roll out end-to-end encryption. In Cambridge, the Internet Watch Foundation works to tackle the spread of child sexual abuse images and videos.
This is the hotline, and here we have 30 people who are responsible for finding and removing images of sexual abuse that we found online.
Tamsin McNally manages the IWF hotline, which gets tips from the public about online child abuse images.
Last year, we have seen over 275,000 images of child sexual abuse online. That's how many reports we actioned this is a huge number, more than we've ever seen. We are seeing younger and younger children depicted. And something I think that lots of parents will find quite horrifying is that we're actually seeing 3 to 6-year-olds.
But recently she's become aware of an alarming new trend: abusers using artificial intelligence to create new material.
People are creating scenarios that don't even exist in real life, and some of them are very, very severe. They are very sadistic.
So the police will, in theory, with an image that's AI generated, they could be knocking on the door of a victim who has literally no idea that they have been victimised in this way.
Potentially. You think how many images you take of your children. We have no idea how many people are actually searching for those images, who are taking them, scraping them from the internet, and then using them to make indecent images.
So far, the number of abuse images generated by AI is relatively small, but the prospect of an exponential increase is alarming the police. And the consequences for potential victims could be massive.
I had someone who was manipulating me day after day after day, and he may not have been in the same room as me, but he practically was, because I was in my bedroom glued to my phone. And the impact of that, the power that he held over me for so long, just had such a terrible impact on how I felt about myself.
While technology could offer solutions, instead it risks victimising a new generation of children.